In this lecture, we will analyze scene 4 and scene 5 of Act 2. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Paramita PM. This is Paramita and I welcome you to my channel once again. If you are new to my channel, I would request you to go through the content of my channel, and if you really find it helpful, then do like it, share it, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And now without any further ado, let's get into the lecture. In this video, we will analyze Act 5, Scene 4 of the play The Alchemist. As the scene begins, we find that the actions take place inside Lovewitt's house. Subtle and Dapper enter, and Subtle asks Dapper whether he has eaten the gag or not, and he says that it crumbled in his mouth, and Subtle therefore tells him that he has spoiled everything, and now it is no longer possible for him to meet his aunt or fairy. And then Face also enters and informs Subtle that Lovewitt heard the cry from within the house, and he also heard it, and somehow he has convinced him that the house is haunted with spirits, so in order to keep him out of it. And then they discuss something, and they decide that they have to get rid of Dapper as soon as possible, and so they decide to present Doll before him as the Queen of Fairy. So Face exits, and Face, before leaving, he tells Subtle that he is going to send Doll before uh, Dapper, and he leaves. And now in the scene we find Doll enters pretending to be the Queen of Fairy, and Dapper is asked by Subtle to kneel down before her because she has such a graceful, such a stately presence. And Doll Common tells him that she thought that she would be angry with him, but he has such a sweet face that it has changed her mood, and therefore now she is filled with joy and love. And Dapper is asked to kiss the hem of her velvet gown. And Doll tells him that he will earn much, he will win a lot, he will win every time at while playing while playing cards, and he will have enough money to spend and enough to give away and lend to people as well. And Dapper is so overjoyed to hear this that he is unable to speak. And now we all know that Dapper was supposed to receive a spirit from Subtle, which will bring good fortune to him and help him cheat people at cards. So here Doll gives him a bird in the form of that spirit, and he is instructed by Doll to torture that bird by opening a vein with a pin once a week. So according to her, if he does this every once a week, it will bring good luck to him. And Dapper is also made to promise by Subtle that whatever is that finally he has succeeded in meeting the Queen of Fairy, and now he is going to earn earn a lot of money. Therefore, he should remain loyal and grateful to them, and he should also bring £1,000 before tomorrow night. Another promise that Doll makes, kind of promise we can say, because Doll says that come and see me often, which means that Doll tells Dapper that once he starts winning and once he starts earning a lot, he should come and meet her frequently, and it may happen that she might give him or might leave for him 300 or 400 chests or drawers, filled with treasure, and also give him 12,000 acres of fairy land if he games well with good game stars at. And like I said, Dapper is so happy. because he is certain that he is going to do great at playing cards, and he is going to be very, very rich. He is going to make quick money. And with this, he promises, before leaving, he also promises them to be grateful to them, and he leaves the stage. And in the meantime, Face enters and tells Subtle that Drugger has come, so Subtle should now go and ask him to call a priest, which will help him to get married to the widow. And Subtle leaves. And one more thing he tells Subtle, that to get the suit from him, that clothing from Drugger. So Subtle leaves, and he in the meantime, Face talks with Doll and asks her like whether she has packed up everything. I mean, all the profits that they have made. And Doll says yes, and he also inquires Doll about her opinion on Dame Pliant, and she says that she finds Lady Pliant good, dull, innocent. And Subtle once again enters and hands over the cloak which he collects from Drugger to Face. Now here it is important to remember that Face is not going to put on this cloak. He has collected this cloak from Drugger in order to give it to his master Lovewit, because now he is going to present Lovewit before Dame Pliant as a Spanish nobleman who she should marry. So Face also takes it, takes the clothing from Subtle and leaves. And here we see a conversation takes place between Doll and Subtle, where they express their anger, their dissatisfaction towards Face, and they also plan to rob, to cheat, or let's say to take revenge against Face. And Subtle also advises Doll to rob Dame Pliant of all her jewelry and bracelets. So after this, we find that both of them, both Subtle and Doll, they plan to cheat Face of everything. And we also see that they get a little intimate because they are found kissing each other. And then Face enters, and Face comes and informs Subtle that Drugger has brought the priest, and then Subtle also leaves. And after this, Subtle uh, converses with Doll Common, and he tells her that when he is questioned by Doll whether Face is going to marry Dame Pliant or not, then Subtle tells Doll that no, it is not possible for Face to marry Dame Pliant because he is not ready. And once again, Subtle tells Doll that, dear Doll, cozen her of all thou canst, that cheat her of everything, of all her possessions, Dame Pliant. And he also says that to cheat or deceive a man like Face is doing justice, and cheating him or deceiving a man like Face is no deception at all. And then once again, Face enters. So in this scene, what we find that Face and Subtle, sorry, they come and go every now and then. And here, when Face enters, we find Face inquiring both Subtle and Face about the profits, about the things they have collected by deceiving so many people. So here in this part of the scene, we find that it's not just the four victims we met, like Dapper, Drugger, Mammon, Ananias, Tribulation, Wholesome, and Castril and Impliant as well. But there were also other people who they had cheated, and they have collected a lot of money. So here we find their conversation revolves around the possessions, the profits that they have gained through their disguise and deception. And Subtle also tells Face that everything, that all the possessions are kept in the trunk. And now Face asks for the keys of the trunk, and so Doll questions him, why does he need the key? Okay, because Subtle says that anyway they are not going to open the they are not going to open the trunk which contains all the possessions in his absence. So now Face gives them a shock by saying that yes, they are not only going to refrain from opening the trunks, but they cannot take them with them along with them as well. Do you see? Not fourth doll. And then doll questions, because both of them are shocked and they ask why. Why is it so? Like, why can't they take away the trunk? So Face tells them that his master Lovewit has come to know about the plan. So he says, the right is my master knows all and he has forgiven me. He has come to know about my doings and he has forgiven me. So what I can do the most for you, all I can do is to help you over the wall of the backside. All I can do is to help both of you escape from the backside of the house. And he says to Doll that I can give you a sheet to save your velvet gown. That's all I can do for both of you, because very soon the officers will be here, and therefore it is better for you to escape from here, otherwise you might get arrested. And Subtle and the scene ends with Subtle and Doll cursing him. Doll even says that she wishes if she could beat him, and Subtle also curses him, and he says that if he dies, he will haunt him in his bed. So with this, Act Act 5, Scene 5, uh, Act 5, Scene 4, the analysis of Act 5, Scene 4 ends. So what we see that this this scene is significant in the sense that we see Face once again as a very witty man. He has not only succeeded in deceiving many people in the past, but he also succeeds in deceiving his partners in the crime, namely Subtle and Dol Common. And we can see that how he uses his wit, how he uses his intelligence to scare both Subtle and Dol and get rid of them and send them away empty handed. So with this, we come to the end of the analysis. So I hope you find the lecture comprehensible. So if you find it helpful, do give it a like, share it with your friends, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.